Hello amigos, ¿cómo está? My name is Dan and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all things Chivas. I just want to apologise for not releasing a video sooner. I've had a fairly busy couple of weeks. I did a whole bunch of nights last week, a whole bunch of days this week. Just haven't been able to get any time to sit in front of the camera to do some videos. So unfortunately, I'm really sorry about that. But I am back now, and hopefully we're going to start getting a bit more regular again. Just depending on how things go in my life. But yeah, that means we've got a fair few things to talk about. There's been 3 games since the last time I did a video. Obviously, that really good win against Necaxa, and obviously just kicking off with the loss against Puebla, 1-0 loss against Puebla. I don't know how we lost that game. Puebla is a team that we do seem to struggle against, even though on paper I think we should be beating them every time. So yeah, that was really a disappointing result. And then we go follow that up with a 0-0 draw against Pumas. Pumas are doing really well, to be fair. They're not the best team in the league, but they're doing quite well. They're winning games, big games, and 0-0 draw. I wasn't so bothered about it. It was like, okay, we didn't lose, which is the main thing. We got a point out of it. It's just the fact that, losing against Puebla, drawing against Pumas. We won against Necaxa, which was Ortega's first game, but you're starting to think, well, is Ortega up for it? Is he the guy that's going to be able to get us over the line, get us Legia? And then we go and play Santos. This is a big game because obviously it was away from home, and obviously we had to win it. We're staring in the face of not being able to get straight into Legia, so we had to win this game. It was a must-win game, along with the next game, which we'll talk about in a minute. And I thought we'd do really well. Obviously, it took us a while to get going, attacking wise. Rangel again stepping up. Obviously, he did get. I want to talk about Rangel a little bit. He got a clean sheet in this game, and he got a clean sheet in the Pumas game, which is great. I think only one other player has more clean sheets than him. So yeah, he did really well. The defense did really well. And then our attackers, Castillo. I want to talk about Castillo. Like I said, I'm talking about defense. I think he's been a revelation. Very, very underrated player. I think from Chivas fans and from the rest of the league altogether. I think he's been a phenomenal signing. Brilliantly done really well. He's part of the reason why our defense is quite so strong, especially when Tiba's been out. Chiquete was out for a bit. Tiba's out again. It's centre back wise has been up in the air a little bit this season, but our fullbacks have been quite well. Mozo's popped up with a goal, I think a couple of assists as well, doing really well defensively, and Castillo's doing really well on the other side. So, yeah, absolutely amazing cross into the box, and Keikau scoring. Keikau just pops up goals now. If it wasn't for Pio Alvarado, I think Keikau would be my player of the season. Doing really well, really good header. 1-0, once that 1-0 went in, I was like, okay, cool, we're settled now. But getting towards the end of the game, you think, we kind of need one more goal to kind of see this out. And then who else? Yael Padilla comes off the bench and scores an absolute worldie of a goal. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I scored, watched this goal. Obviously, it was a shot, Acevedo came way out of his area, really, to make this really good save. But it ended up at Padilla's feet, and he just chips it, long balls it into the goal. It was absolutely amazing. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, because it's absolutely awesome. And, yeah, really happy for him. I think he's got 2 assists, and I think I saw a stat, he's got 2 assists and 1 goal in 300 minutes right now for Chivas. Phenomenal player. Did I say he came off the bench? He didn't come off the bench, he started the game. And deservedly so. I mean, calling for him to start. Ever since Piojo got injured, you kind of don't want Brizuela to get in there and start starting games. Still want Brizuela to come off the bench and see games out. But Padilla's up there. He's so ready to be his player for us. And he's proved it, and really good play from him. Hopefully Ortega knows him anyway, from Tapatio, I think so. But I think hopefully now Padilla's kind of cementing his place in the starting 11 now. Obviously with Piojo coming back, we still don't really have a end date for that. I think that's going to be just before Liga starts. Just play Padilla, man. Padilla. I mean, Hormiga's back as well, so we're going to talk about the strikers. So obviously Marin got injured. Chicharito's permanently out. I think he's teetering on the edge of retirement. We'll talk about him at another time. But Marin announced that he got injured. And you're thinking, who do we have? Because Hormiga's been injured. He's just coming back from injury. He's not ready. He's in the squad, but he's not ready to start games. Teron Wuke from Tapatio stepping up finally. Been calling it, my mate as well on Twitter, he's been calling it as well. Finally gets his first start for Chivas against Santos. And yeah, he didn't score, didn't assist, but he did really well. It's his first game, first start, should I say. And I think he did really well. I think he's going to be in the squad now, to be honest with you. I think Marin's days in Chivas are numbered, even though he scored some really important goals. He just doesn't do enough, and I think we need to move on from him still, even though it's a bit less. I'm a bit less confident saying that now because he's doing really well this season. But yeah, this Wilke kid's the future, I think, and then Hormiga's back as well. Hormiga came off the bench as well, saw the game out. I think Hormiga starts in the next game with Wilke on the bench, and what a time to be. Chivas are doing really well in creating good players. Mateo Chavez, who some people don't rate, I really rate him. He's 20 years old. He's a defender. Defenders take notoriously long time to develop and to reach their peak. So I think I see a really good player in Chavez. So, and then in the attackers, Hormiga, phenomenal. Arguably our starting striker now. And especially now that he's back from his injury. It sucks they got injured because I think we would have won the Pumas game with him. I think we definitely would have won the Puebla game if we had had Hormiga in. So he's already important to us, and I think Wilke's heading in that same direction. Just we've got such good players, and still more on Tapatio. I still think Eduardo Garcia, who did really well by the way, Tapatio earlier today. In their first quarterfinal game. Had 2 penalties to face, saved one of them. And yeah, I think he comes in and I think he comes into the squad and competes with Talavera in goalkeeper position. I think he does that better than Wally does. I think Wally's on his way out. I think Marin's on his way out. I think Diego Ochoa as well, really good defender. There's a whole bunch of Tapatio players actually that could probably should be at least on the door, knocking at the door of the first team. But yeah, really good to see Wilke in the team. I mean, next game is hugely important. So the last game of the season, game number 17 against Atletico San Luis, who are not an easy team to beat. They are capable of beating any team really, within reason. Huge game. We have to win it. If we do win it, we get automatic promotion to Liga. If we don't, I think we have to play a repechaje game. I'm not sure. We have to play a playoff. I don't know. They change the rules every single season. But all I know is if we win, we get automatic Liga, which is absolutely huge. Especially with manager changes, injuries, everything that's happened this season. Hierro leaving before the season started. Yeah, like I said, we could be facing San Luis with a Hormiga attacking, starting the game, and then Wilke come off the bench. That's phenomenal. Two attackers like 20 years old, respectively. So, yeah, it's going to be epic. I can't wait for that San Luis game, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a really good game. We have to win it. The players have to be fired up for this game. Ortega has to be fired up for this game. And if we can get automatic Liga, then like I say every single season, once you get Liga, anything can happen. Cruz Azul, they've been doing really well this season, but they are capable of fumbling. Tigres have been way off it this season, although they seem to be picking up form now. Same with America. America have been really, really average this season. We should have beaten them, in my opinion. But yeah, teams that are normally flying are not. Rayados seem to be doing alright. Toluca doing brilliantly. Pumas doing alright as well. So it's very open, this Liga. If we can get in there, it's going to be very open. And who knows, anything can happen. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we can start getting Piojo back and some players back and, start having our best players again. But yeah, anyway guys, I just want to just round up that whole bunch of games. I'm really sorry that, I missed so many games. I like to do a video per game. It's just easier that way. I get to remember everything that happened in the game, talk about each individual thing. I have to generalise it right now, but thank you very much for listening to all that. So yeah guys, just wanted to end this video by just talking about Chapo Sanchez. Obviously in the last few hours actually after at time of recording, he's announced that he's retiring at the end of this season. Um, you know, he's an absolute legend in the club for me. Obviously, some people argue with that, but he's been at the club since 2008. He's a one club player, and he's won everything with us. He won the league in 2017, obviously won the CONCACAF Champions League in 2018, and he was integral, especially in the league win. He was integral to that, and obviously you can't even count how many trophies he won in the Chivas youth system. So yeah, it's a bit sweet. Obviously he's 35 now. Obviously Alan Mozo is a starting right back. Sanchez's playing time has gone real downhill over the last year or two. And you probably, you could definitely understand here, and this is probably the right decision, but it's still poignant and it's still quite sad, really. He's been an absolute servant at the club. Um, Way more than I can fully encapsulate. I've been a fan of Chivas since 2016, so I can't. And that was he was already there 8 years before I even started becoming a fan. So, um, yeah, I can't even fully encapsulate the effect he's had on the club. And obviously nearly 300 appearances. It's just a phenomenal player, phenomenal guy, and hopefully he goes on to have a really good career. Whether that's coaching, he hasn't really said what he wants to do after his playing days, but hopefully we can get to Liga. Hopefully we can get far. I mean, God forbid if we can even just win the league, that would be an epic way for him to leave the club and to end his career. And yeah, I just wanted to say just a little bit of a segment. I didn't want to go too much into it. A lot more people have a lot more knowledge and appreciation for him than I do. But I just want to say, he's been a phenomenal player for me. He leaves the club on really great terms. I agree with his decision that it's probably best to retire now. I think he could have maybe gone on to go to maybe an expansion league club or to abroad maybe, but he's chosen to retire, which is fair play to him. Maybe he wants to do coaching. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I just wanted to say massive congratulations to a really great career. Nearly 300 appearances for the same club is just phenomenal. Quite unheard of now in this day and age. So yeah, he's a phenomenal player. From what I can see, he's a phenomenal dude as well. And yeah, he deserves everything that he wants to achieve after his career is finished. So yeah, just gracias, Sanchez. Really do appreciate everything he's done for the club. And yeah, all the best for the future. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about Sanchez and your opinion on him and the effect that he's had on your life as a Chivas fan. And we'll have a bit of conversation about it. And yeah, I just wanted to end the video on a poignant but kind of positive note in the sense that he's chosen the time to do it and he's announced it on his own terms and yeah, fair play to him for that. So anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for waiting as well. Shouldn't be too much longer. I've got Monday off, so I should, touch wood, be able to do a video on Monday and talk about the San Luis game. And yeah, anyway guys, thanks very much again, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.